Welcome back to Giant Monster Games. My name is Adrian. We're playing Death and Taxes, as you probably know because you clicked on the video. Opening hand looks keepable. I guess we'll go ahead and keep it. 3 lands, Aven Mindcensor, Wingmare, Spirit of Labyrinth. They all seem good. I like everything in this hand. Seems awesome to me. Let's do it. Opponent plays Flood to Strand. That could be a magnitude of things. Yes, we run out of planes and ship it to our opponent. Not many first turn plays in this deck. The upgraded version of Death and Taxes has a lot more first turn plays, specifically Aether Vials. Yeah, that's one big difference between that version and this version of the deck. Could be something weird. Jeskai colors. Could be Jeskai control. Definitely have seen that flying around a little bit these days. It is very possible. I think what we need to do, though, is we need to run a Spirit of Labyrinth. Run down this guy. Slowing down our opponent a little bit would be the objective here. Would be the objective. Does our opponent... Opponent has a bolt. Happens. Lightning bolts happen. So, next turn we can run down another one, or we could actually run down a Wingmare. Both theoretically are good options. We also theoretically could also run down an Aven Mindcensor. At this point, it's not really worth it, though. Not really worth it. Displacer doesn't really get us anywhere yet. Not yet. Fiend Hunter isn't going to do anything for us. I'm really tempted just to throw down another Spirit of the Labyrinth. Really tempted. It's either Spirit of the Labyrinth or it's Wingmare. Let's use our mana a little bit more efficiently. Let's throw it on a Wingmare. See if our opponent has a way of dealing with it. Mostly because it'll slow them down by casting creature spell or casting non-creature spells. If we're playing against a Jeskai deck, Jeskai control deck specifically, they will definitely have pieces that this will be a pain in the butt for. Possibly. Very, very possibly. So he has to pay 2 mana for Bolt. And there's 2 of the 4 bolts out of our opponent's deck. Lucky for him to have all of the bolts. Can't complain if I was my opponent. And our opponent ships it back to us. Throws down Scalding Tarn. Well, I think we just ship it to our opponent, and when he goes to crack this thing, we throw down an Aven Mindcensor. So opponent cracks. We Windmill Slam Aven Mindcensor into play, making it so he doesn't get to search. He could have Counterspell. Obviously not Cryptic. Oh, he does nothing. He has nothing. Does he find anything, though? Top 4 cards. Oh, he's going to Snapcaster Bolt. I mean, that is a way of dealing with this guy, theoretically. That is quite funny. Well, I mean, it forces our opponent to get rid of Snapcaster, gets rid of Bolt, kind of just gets rid of options for him, which is okay. I mean, we can always play Fiend Hunter theoretically next turn. Get rid of Snapcaster Mage. Maybe that's not a good idea, actually. I think if anything, we'd want to possibly do Blade Splicer. Just because then we'd get a 3/3. So, yeah, Hollowed Fountain. Very interesting deck. Geist. Geist is hard for us to deal with. Not super hard, but it's a little bit difficult for us to deal with. We didn't get as many Death and Taxes. Well, we didn't get as many Taxes cards as we needed. We didn't have as aggressive a start as I would like normally. So our opponent's going to start swinging in. Their deck is slow. Their deck, like Jeskai Control, is a slower deck. Which means we may be able to make it up down the road. Obviously, we cannot Fiend Hunter for Geist. That doesn't work. But we could Blade Splicer. I think we're going to go Blade Splicer. Mostly because we get a second body. We get 2 bodies. And 1 body is big enough to kill Geist if he does attack in. So that is a thing. That is a thing our opponent will have to deal with. My cat has left from behind my chair, so I can actually sit in my chair properly once again. Which is, instead of having to like sit on the edge, because my cat likes to sit behind the chair because my butt apparently is warm. So that's a thing to make note of. Okay. Can we make up ground here? I mean, our opponent's down to 2 cards. They've kind of burnt all their cards away. They technically could start creating Celestial Colonnades and start swinging in. Ooh, Path. Well, yeah, I guess. And get the planes. And we have cards in hand, so we can't even use this guy yet. Not yet. What do I do? I mean, if I get Blade Splicer, if I get Eldrazi Displacer in play and Flicker, that is a thing. I could block, and I think we just block. I think we just block the Snapcaster and let this guy die. I think we're not gonna have enough time to like get the Displacer in play and then play it and Flicker this guy a bunch. I don't think we're actually gonna have that much time. Instead, we could probably run down like 2 Spirit of Labyrinths or a Spirit of Labyrinth and a Leonin Arbiter. These are 2 very good options. 2 very good options. And a Dunes. Huh. It's almost enough to get a Displacer. We could theoretically... I think we go Spirit of Labyrinth. Yeah, I think we're going to go this way. It's going to go Spirit of Labyrinth. We're going to play Leonin Arbiter. Just getting more stuff onto the table. Especially getting stuff on the table that he can't just swing with Geist, otherwise he'll lose Geist. Because currently Geist is his like main win con. That said, our opponent could decide, like, I'm not going to play the control game anymore, and start making this thing a thing, and start swinging with this guy. And that'll make our life very, very difficult. Not very happy, life-wise. Okay. Opponent thought a lot on that for a while. And I don't... Yeah, we'll go this way. Save the life. Play the Arbiter. The one risky thing about playing Arbiter right now is if he does, like, Path. Like, he has 1 card in hand. If he does Path one of our guys, we don't get to go fetch stuff up. So that is mildly annoying. So he's going to Cryptic. Counter Bounce. I mean, that is a thing. Opponent's 0 cards in hand, so he's now relying on Geist to win. And or drawing into something. So that's a thing. That is a thing. Is he going to Colonnade? I guess that's his own thing. It's like right now it's racing. He's just going to have to race us down. Man, he's a 2-turn clock, which is definitely good for our opponent. Definitely good for our opponent. And is it a 1-turn clock? 2 life. Do I have a way of blocking an angel? I don't think I do. We'll see what I draw, but I don't think I have a way of dealing with this. And Serum Visions does outstanding mana. Again, the big thing is, so if we draw into, what do we have to draw into? Just trying to think, like, what do we actually have to draw into here? Planes. Does the planes do it? It does not do it. Okay. Because we cannot interact with this guy. Okay. Scoop it. Go to sideboard. See what we have to deal with Jeskai control. Keeping in mind that a lot of our stuff is going to be bouncing off the table. A lot. Like, Sunlance, deal 3 damage to target creature. Non-white creature. That doesn't help us at all. Protection for red doesn't really help us. Exile target creature. It's a sorcery speed, the only downside. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Our sideboard is definitely not designed to deal with Jeskai control. Not even the slightest amount. I could throw in the Tormod's Crypts to help deal with the Snapcaster mages, but I don't think it's actually worth it. I think everything else we have is actually more valuable than Tormod's Crypt. 3 damage to a non-white creature. Doesn't kill any of the things that we need to kill. Doesn't kill Colonnade because it's white. Doesn't kill the Angels because they're 4 toughness, and I think they're white as well. It does technically kill Snapcaster Mage. Kor Firewalker, pro red, again, doesn't really help us. We're just going to run it back. We're running back the sideboard. We're running back with no sideboard in. There's literally nothing in our sideboard that we would possibly want to keep. So let's see. Let's see how this plays out. 1 mana. This is one of those turns. This is one of those things where I'm like, right now, I want to keep this as a 1-liner hand. Mostly because we have Thraben Inspector, we have a Path, we have the Arbiter. We need another land, though. It's like, it would be the riskiest keep ever. We're going to mulligan. This is not better. But it is keepable. Mostly because Ghost, double Ghost Quarter, you go on the bottom. You are not good at all. Double Ghost Quarter can get us somewhere pretty quickly. Especially in a Jeskai deck where we know that he's going to be playing very few, probably only 3 basics. So being able to blow up Ghost Quarter and get him to like basically lose lands. On top of if we actually manage to get Leonin Arbiter or an Aven Mindcensor in play, he'll slow down even more. Especially being able to destroy stuff like Celestial Colonnade is really what I want to do. Because this would really like his major win con. Land. Not what we want. I don't think we slow ourselves down yet, because we could always play the Wingmare next turn. So, Wall of Omens. Definitely a good card against us. I've seen a couple Death and Taxes decks that actually run Wall of Omens as basically an early game blocker for quick aggro-y stuff. Eldrazi Displacer also really good. I think it's going to be Plains Wingmare, which will slow our opponent down a little bit. Next turn will be Displacer. Displacer obviously can't get through this guy. Wingmare obviously can. That's nice. No red yet for our opponent, so that's nice. This might actually be pretty good. Might be pretty good. I'm feeling good about this current situation that we're in with Death and Taxes. Spirit of Labyrinth. What way would I like to go? What way indeed? Obviously, I could run down the Ghost Quarter. So I think let's just go to combat. Swing with Wingmare. Get 2 damage in. Just fine. And he's going to path this guy, which is fine-ish. I'd rather him path the Wingmare than actually path the Displacer, to be honest. At the same time, I'm also really tempted to play Spirit of Labyrinth. But I think Displacer is going to be better for us. Leave up Ghost Quarter in case we do need to path this thing, which I don't think we... Well, I guess that doesn't make any sense. Should have left up this one and faked that we had Path to Exile in hand. Sometimes things don't go as you kind of expect. So no red for our opponent yet. That's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate for him. And there comes a Jace the Mind Sculptor. So that means we are going to play this guy next turn. Mind you, he can always -1, which is nice for him. This is Exile target creature. If only I would have played this last turn. Now I wish I did play this, because that would make Jace substantially less good. It just means he has to use the -1 rather than the 0 ability. The one upside is I could always bounce this guy, kill Jace. That is an option. Our opponent does get to draw a card from it, which is good for our opponent. Not so good for us. So what do we get? Flickerwisp. Ooh, that's exciting. It's very exciting. So Ghost Quarter. So what's the best way of doing this? Spirit of Labyrinth is fun. Killing Jace is going to be my top priority right now. So I'm going to have to flicker this guy. I guess I could play... I can't do both of these guys and flicker. So it's going to be... This is a nice combo, by the way. Flickerwisp and Eldrazi Displacer is a really fun combo. So I think we're going to go... We're going to flicker this thing. Unfortunately, our opponent gets a draw card. Which is not fun. But we get to attack in to Jace, killing Jace with the Displacer. He's tapped out, so he's not going to do anything. And then I think what we do is we run down the Spirit of the Labyrinth. I guess running down the Flickerwisp would be okay, but I think what we'll do is we're going to play Flickerwisp, flickering one of his things, likely the wall. Maybe not the wall, maybe Colonnade. And then we're going to flicker with Eldrazi Displacer on our end step and start really getting rid of a bunch of his stuff. Okay, so there's going to be Lightning Bolt coming down from this guy, because he'll pay 2 to go and do that thing. Do the thing where he goes and fetches up a land. Specifically going to be something that has red mana in it. Because we're running out of steam. This is where if I had a Sea Gate Wreckage now would be really awesome, because I can totally play Destroy All Creatures. Huh. Well, that's no fun. I mean, good for our opponent. That is definitely a good card for him to draw. Mind you, we do have Flickerwisp. Don't have the nice combo anymore. We don't have Eldrazi Displacer. I am looking forward, by the way. I'm looking forward to playing the upgraded version of this deck. Remember the time I said I wish I had Sea Gate Wreckage? There's the time I had it. I guess we just run down the Flickerwisp. And I think we're just going to... I mean, we're playing it down, not because we need to flicker anything. We're playing it down because we need to get something on the table. Just because we need to start swinging for damage. Otherwise, we're going to lose this game. Yeah, not the funnest. So yeah, what is this thing I was going to say? So this is obviously the budget version. This is the like budget deck I put together. That's what we're playing right now. The next decks, the next couple we're going to play is going to be the slightly upgraded version of it. So it'll be exciting because I have all the Eldrazi Displacers. I think I have a couple Aether Vials. I'm not sure if I have enough. I'm not sure if I have any, actually. I can't remember. I feel like I bought them, but I don't know if I actually have bought them or not. I know I have them in paper. Maybe that's what I'm getting confused with. So, yes. Okay. And that is making a colonnade into a nice big colonnade. And now we make colonnade go away. Choose colonnade. Goodbye, colonnade. And our opponent opts with the colonnade. I just can't have him swinging. We can't have it. It just doesn't work. Does not work. Can't have opponent swinging in for 4/4 flyer. A little bit surprised that he played that, actually. Maybe that goes and gets him more red mana. I guess that's an upside thing. Now, if we draw into a land, which we do, not the best. I guess because we don't have much else, I think we go like this. Obviously, we wish we had another land in here. And I get a sacrifice a desert, sacrifice this guy. Do I actually want to do this? No, cancel. I was going to do it, and then I'm like, I'm only going to get 1 extra damage in, which isn't going to be the make it or break it point of this thing right now. So here we go. Does our opponent have a lightning bolt? 6 cards in hand, likely has a lightning bolt. Yeah, there's the lightning bolt. Again, this would be awesome if I didn't draw a second land. If I drew into literally anything else, literally any other card, would have been awesome. Sea Gate Wreckage, start drawing extra cards. Card advantage, fantastic. Not so lucky. Not lucky at all. So much stuff removed off the board. This is kind of the state of Modern, though. You kind of need to realize that, like, right now, the way Modern is it's full of a lot of very fast, efficient removal. So, lightning bolts, path to exiles, pushes, things can get removed very, very quickly. It's just kind of the name of the game right now. So, you kind of need to be okay with that if you are playing Modern, which is fine. Fiend Hunter. That don't help me at all. Well, I think we're gonna run down Fiend Hunter. Targeting nothing. and then we're gonna draw a card. Yeah. So colorless, go like this. Draw a card. Blade Splicer, gonna be fantastic. Need to wait the entire turn to play it though, which is fine. Which is absolutely fine. Extra card, smaller card advantage, Lightning Helix into our... Okay, that's fine. I guess Lightning Helix is technically... There you go, another... Hey, the thing gets returned to that we did in Exile. Lightning Helix again. Easy, fast... not easy, but fast, efficient removal. Which is what you see a lot of these days. If I can steal one of these wins, like one of the 3 games out of this, I'll be very happy. At this point, our opponent technically is in a better position than we are. With creature in play. That said, I mean, Sea Gate Wreckage, unless he has a way of dealing with it, is going to start drawing us cards every single turn. Especially with this much mana in play. We're just going to be like, every single turn, just draw, draw, draw. Doesn't matter. Draw, draw, draw. And Blade Splicer is also really nice. 2 bodies. Mind you, at this point, I'm willing to bet he has a Cryptic in his hand. Plains. Okay. does our opponent have a Cryptic command? That is the question of the day. Cryptic command? I would say Remand, but I don't think Jeskai Control is playing Remand. I think it's going to be 2 mana. Is it Remand? Remand just doesn't seem good enough. Oh, it could be... what is it? It's the counterspell that you dredge, which they may be running one of. Maybe not. I know it's running Is it Pyromancer? What is it called? I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the card. I just remember what it does. It's like X blue or X blue 1 dredge. So that's 3 mana. Where's your 4th mana? And I'm assuming it's going to be Cryptic Command. Cryptic Command. Command the crypticness of my Blade Splicer. It's the only thing I could imagine thinking that he probably has. So there's Cryptic Command. There you go. See? There we go. We knew it was coming. Draw a card. 1, 2, and Ghost Quarter, I guess. Holding up 2 white. We're 1 land short. Okay. It's fine. Drawing 2 cards a turn is nice. Unfortunately, we did draw into another land, which is not so fortunate. Mind you, we have a lot of 2-drops. Could have been nice. Could have been nice. Wasn't. Kind of mediocre. Opponent swinging in. So at this point, I would assume our opponent could easily have another Cryptic Command in hand. Or something else counter-reshaped. Path to Exiles, maybe. There's the Fiend Hunter. Obviously don't want to play Fiend Hunter. I don't want to play Fiend Hunter because I don't want to target this guy. If anything, what I'll do is if this guy resolves, which he may not resolve, another Cryptic would not be surprising at all. Another Cryptic, not surprising at all. And I guess we go like this. So play Fiend Hunter, obviously not targeting the Snapcaster Mage. The answer is going to be no. Do you want to know why it's going to be a no? Because it exiles them, and then if he decides that he kills this thing, Snapcaster comes back and he gets another like graveyard trigger, which don't really want that. It's not in my interest. It's not within my best interest to do that. This also, I mean, we get a favorable block here as well. So if he does swing in, or if we attack in, which obviously we're not going to with just this guy, but if he attacks in, we get to block and kill the Snappy. And we don't have enough to draw, unfortunately. Ideally, we would draw at our end step here, but we don't have the mana to do it. We're 1 mana short. Which is okay. Path to Exile. I guess we go like this. We path the Snapcaster. We path it because then we can draw another card. That's kind of the whole point here. And he is going to... Oh, he is exiling it. Okay. And he goes and fetches up a island. Okay, let's draw a card. Yeah. At this point, we're just desperately searching for anything. Aven Mindcensor is actually not bad. Obviously not going to play it right now because it doesn't have haste. It just has flash. So swing for 1. And we will play Aven Mindcensor if he cracks this thing or next time he tries to search, which likely when he cracks this thing. Which he will... I guess he's doing it right now. That's fine. So 1, 2, 3... I meant to click the dunes. Didn't actually click. Not the end of the world. Should have actually held up Ghost Quarter just in case he did get something that would have been annoying. And does he have a way of dealing with this thing? 4 cards in hand? Maybe? Oh, he doesn't. Opponent doesn't get anything. Ouch. Very interesting in the ouch land. So another Wrath of God. Coming from our opponent. So I'm assuming he only has 2. Usually they only run 2 in the sideboard. Which means we can now start trying to fuel our engine and see if we can't get back in the game here. Again, extra card draw. Super nice. Well, let's play Fiend Hunter. Get it into play. Not targeting anything. It's fine. And draw another card. Dunes can be doing the Dune thing. Drawing a card. Wish we had double Sea Gate's Wreckage planes. Might as well play it out. And then ship it to our opponent's turn. This has been a really interesting game. This has been a legitimately interesting game. Usually I would assume I would be dead right now. But I guess the whole like taxing thing, our opponent's like, how do I deal with this? There's a Celestial Colonnade right there. Another Sea Gate's Wreckage. So let's draw a card. Eldrazi Displacer. I think we just go to combat. We're going to blow up this thing, I think, this turn, no matter what. We'll blow it up on his turn, technically. Not on our turn, because it comes into play tapped off of the... Oh, no, it comes into untapped. So we will do it on our turn, just because then he loses a small amount of value. The smallest amount of value. And so it's going to be Eldrazi Displacer. Theoretically, we could also draw again off of Sea Gate's Wreckage, but I would rather destroy Colonnade, I think. We're not going to do anything yet. We're not going to do anything yet because if he doesn't attack him with this, which is highly unlikely, if he does not attack in, then we can draw a card. If he decides to destroy this guy, we can flicker it. If he plays a creature, we'll flicker it. If he attacks him with this thing, we will flicker it. So, yeah. So, okay. Now, the question is, we have two options. I think the first option is going to be flickering our guy. Because when he comes back in, he exiles Colonnade. He gets to exile something. Our opponent can always destroy this thing. So when it comes back into play, we select Colonnade. Cool, check it out. Celestial Colonnade gets exiled. Yes. Assuming our opponent didn't see that coming. Just assuming. I don't know, I could be wrong. That seemed pretty obvious to me. Seemed very obvious to me. Wall O Omens. Can't flicker that thing very much. We cannot. And it is our turn, it looks like. That was a really weird play by our opponent. I don't know why our opponent swung with the Colonnade. Mind you, I mean, swinging with the Colonnade, I could have blown up with the Ghost Quarter. Could have also blown it up with this guy, which is what I did with this. We could also double flicker this. We have enough mana to flicker this to make things go away permanently, which is nice. And our turn. We draw into a Wingmare. Wingmares are nice. So, Wingmare... Do I just go to combat and attack with both these guys? Basically deal 1 damage to our opponent? I don't see why not. And then... What? I have what? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3... I could do a double flicker. Do I do a double flicker? I think I draw. I think that is the way I have to go. Draw and see if I get into anything relevant. Planes, not relevant. And then we ship it to our opponent's turn. Leaving up mana to flicker if we need to flicker. And we leave up mana, we can also draw if we need to draw. Opponent is going to Supreme Verdict the board. Huh. Well, I can't save anything. So I might as well draw. Nope. Cancel that. Draw. Using this. I guess it might have... Oh, maybe that's not the best. It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. He'll get in for 4 damage. And then we'll, Ghost Quarter next turn. Ghost Quarter with Leonin Arbiter. Hey! That's a thing. Shuffling libraries. Always a thing. Oh, he did it on his turn, so this guy's actually... Okay, that's not the end of the world. It's a really weird game for me. I need to play a little bit faster because I don't want to clock myself. So I guess we go like this. Play Arbiter. Play Arbiter indeed. And then I think we're going to play Mindcensor, and then so we can hold up and draw if we need to as well. So we can still blow up his Ghost Quarter, and we can still draw. And this kind of shuts our opponent down from searching for stuff, which I don't think he's... At this point, he's not really searching for anything. Usually it's going to be lands that our opponent would be searching for. But it's not the end of the world for us. Opponent gains 5 life. It's a thing. It's a thing that happens. At this point, it might be worth it to do this just to get into a couple extra damage. Second Colonnade. Interesting. Need another Ghost Quarter. Have 2 more in the deck. Just need to find them. Blowing up all of the Colonnades. All of the Colonnades. Go away. Huh. Again, this is what I really like. This is why I really, really enjoy playing Death and Taxes. Is because it's a really interactive game. It's like, what do I do? What do I need? What's the best line of plays? Obviously, our opponent is just kind of like board wipe, board wipe, board wipe. Again, board wipe. So, that's the thing that happens. Sure. Go ahead, opponent. Just board wipe, board wipe, board wipe. And he has, I guess, I mean, at this point, he has a lot more board wipes in his deck. So there's the Colonnade being turned into an actual Colonnade. At this point, we have to Ghost Quarter it. We don't have to Ghost Quarter. We could take the damage, but I think Ghost Quartering is actually a better bet. I guess the one thing is, again, he shuffled his library back in. So theoretic, or his graveyard back into his library, so he has more Colonnades in his deck, technically, at this point. And we're going to draw right now. Dunes, yeah. If we draw into a second land, that's going to suck. Which I really hope we don't draw into another land. Action? Ooh, Spirit of Labyrinth. I will happily take Spirit of Labyrinth. Happily take it. And then we will draw some more. Probably shouldn't have tapped down this waste because we actually need it to draw cards. Hold on. Why didn't I draw? That it didn't let me draw. Oh, you cannot draw more than one card. Congratulations. I just totally forgot about that. I was like, why didn't it let me draw? Oh, yeah. It's not the end of the world. I can draw on my opponent's turn, which is what we're going to be doing at this point. I'm assuming our opponent's going to blow this guy up, though. So there's Colonnade. Now let's draw. And hopefully draw into a path. Path of the Exiling. No, it's a Plains. Boo Urn. So that's going to be a slow death for us. His clock is definitely faster than ours. 3 damage a turn is nice, but it's not going to be fast enough. Yes. Skip to my turn. What do I draw? Dunes. Obviously not good enough. Neither of these are good enough. Go to combat. I swing for 3. We are on a 3-turn clock, which is not fun, but it is the way the cookie crumbles. So I should stop skipping in case our opponent blows up this guy, just to be safe. And the thing is, we can't even draw off of these guys right now because we have a land in hand. Very fun. Very fun indeed. And mind you, we could start blowing these things up to do extra damage, but it's not going to be fat. It's not going to be enough damage. It's like a little bit of damage. Okay, so 2 more turns after this one and we're dead. Assuming he doesn't get a bolt or a lightning helix or some other direct damage, or a bolt and a snapcaster mage, which could theoretically end us right now if he draws into it. Flickerwisp. Well, that's a thing. That is a thing indeed. I think we go like this. I can only do this as a sorcery. That's the only downside. It's the only downside is this is sorcery speed. Opponent's deciding if he needs to counter this. It is a chump blocker against Colonnade, which is will theoretically be a problem for him. Well, not really a problem. I'm going to say a problem fake problem. Sure. So I replay Spirit of the Labyrinth. Yes. Well, it's on the stack. I didn't get a respond because I didn't hit the button to let myself respond, which is stupid. What's the hold priority button? There you guys go. What is the hold priority? Hold priority is control. That's what I meant to do. I don't ever have to do it. It's like I'll never have to do it. So basically what I was supposed to do there, put this guy on the stack. While it's on the stack, I use this ability to draw an extra card. Probably do it twice if I really wanted to. But I didn't. Because it's stupid. Mind you, we can always try and draw and hopefully draw into a Path to Exile. Hopefully draw into a Path to Exile. Which is it's a thing. 'Tis a thing. Control. Well, I know for next time. So there you go. There you go. Learning about stuff. Learning about what kind of mistakes not to make. So draw a card. Oh, our opponent decides to scoop the match. Interesting. It was still interesting. It was an interesting match. I enjoyed playing it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. There'll be more videos tomorrow with a little bit more of an aggressive Death and Taxes deck. I do enjoy this one, though. It does have a lot of fun little synergies with it, so that is the thing. Until next time, though, my name is Adrian. This has been Giant Monster Games. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to game like a giant monster. Thanks for watching the videos here on Giant Monster Games. If you want to support the channel directly, we now have a Patreon page which you can go and become part of the broader Giant Monster Games community. Additionally, if you want to see some other awesome videos, you can click right here or right here.